everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So today I've got something a little bit different. I have tested a new foundation. I have tried the new Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Care and Glow foundation. So that is what I've tried out today. I have done a wear test as well. So if you want to know what I think about this foundation, whether it's worth it, how it wears throughout the day, and yeah, my overall thoughts and how it applies, then keep on watching. Okay, so all I have on at the moment is eye makeup and brows, which, to be fair, I would probably do eye makeup first anyway because of fallout. I look, wow. I don't know if it's the lights or just the fact that I look so tired, but we'll get past that. So I got mine off essential.com. I got an extra 20% off mine. So I actually got mine for, I think it was around about £32. It retails for £40. At the moment on Essential's website, I've got the bump up here. It's on offer for £34, so with free delivery. So I will link that down below. You can also get it from Boots and I believe Cult Beauty. I'm just going to read what it says about it. So it says, correct, perfect and hydrate with the Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Care and Glow Foundation, a liquid foundation that offers light to medium coverage and a lasting glowy finish. My skin is normal / dry, so I tend to go for the more glowy foundations. I don't mind matte foundations, but I don't like to be completely matte, so this is definitely right up my street. It's available in a variety of shades to suit a range of skin tones, and it marries makeup with skincare in this glow boosting formula, and that's what drew me to it, is because it contains skincare. It's made with 97% natural origin ingredients. The liquid foundation enhances your natural beauty while with a luminous finish. Skin looks instantly radiant, moisturised and even as the foundation helps to correct the appearance of blemishes. Well, but yeah, let's test this out today then. It's buildable, breathable foundation, blends into the skin with ease, offering a seamless finish, up to 24 hours hydration. So we shall see. But it says if you're after a dewy translucent finish, apply using your fingertips or apply with a brush or blender for more intense coverage and correction. So what I'm going to be doing today is using it with a sponge, so a beauty blender on one side of my face and a brush on the other. Now I always gravitate towards a beauty blender when applying my foundation. I just think that it makes it look seamless and it takes away any extra bulk that's going to make it look cakey. So if I do use a brush, then what I always tend to do is go over with this sponge. So I'm going to apply it without primer because, just simply because it contains the skincare ingredients, I'm just thinking, well, I want that to get onto my skin. So I have applied my normal moisturiser, which is Kate Somerville Goat's Milk Moisturiser, which is just dead plain, dead simple, but moisturising. I obviously shade matched online, which is pretty difficult. My undertone is neutral, so my veins on my wrist run blue and green, and I can wear gold or silver jewellery. So if you're that type of person, then you are more neutral. They do have a wide range, so I do believe that there is a colour for everyone. But so I went for shade 1N95, so 1 neutral 95. They did a 1 neutral 80, I believe, is the palest. So this may be a little bit too pale, but I can use bronzer and we can make it work, so I'm not too concerned about that. Glass bottle with a pump, so that's good. It's got the pump included. So let's get the hair out of the way and let's get applying. So I'm going to give it a good shake. I look so pale. Oh, yeah, so I'm going to give it a good shake, and like I say, I'm not going to use primer simply because, one, I want to see how it really wears on the skin, and two, it's like I say, it's got the skincare in. So does it actually say what the skincare is in it? Is enriched with an advanced glow complex, a water infused with skincare actives that guarantees a fresh and light drenched complexion for 12 hours. Day after day, the skin becomes more beautiful and more luminous. The skin's clarity appears improved and its texture refined. The complexion looks evenly transparent while imperfections are visibly reduced. Let the skin breathe buildable coverage, and it's non comedogenic. I can never say that word. So it's not going to clog your pores and cause breakouts, which is good. That's what we like. So I'm going to take a pump on the back of my hand. I'm just going to go with one pump to start with, and I'm just going to apply it as I would normally, and I'm going to apply it directly onto my skin. Wow, that is really light, Liv. Like, did you think you were Snow White when you did this, or what? Like, are you yeah, or whatever. We'll go with it. So damp beauty blender, damp beauty blender. So yeah, it smells just like really light and fresh. It's not like a really horrible, strong florally scent, which is nice. Yeah, okay, so it is definitely too pale for me, but we can make it work with bronzer. I mean, it's winter. No one's leaving the house because we're all locked down, so in summer I will definitely have to grab a different shade. Okay, so that has given me sort of like a light. I'm just gonna get the rest that's on the back of my hand and just go around my nose. It's not too far off the shade match really. So it actually, I don't know if you can see up close, excuse that big zit, but it looks like my skin, but better. You can hardly sort of feel it on the skin. So that is the side, let me just move you. So that is the side without, and that is with. So yeah, it just looks, so it just looks like just really nice skin. It's taken the redness down. Definitely feel like I need another layer, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in here. So I'm just going to take my Sigma F80, which is just a flat top kabuki. Again, I'm going to put one pump on the back of my hand and I'm going to place it on my face like so, and then I'm going to blend that in with my brush. I keep forgetting that I've done my eyebrows. So with a brush, what do we think? I feel like I prefer the way it looks with the sponge, because I think because it's such a lightweight foundation, it's hard to tell. I feel like I like the way it's applied with the sponge better, but that's probably because I'm quite biased because I like to use a sponge. Yeah, it's definitely too light. Like, I've definitely messed up on the colour shade, on the shade. I'll turn the light down a little bit so you can see the skin a little bit better. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another layer. So this is the second pump, and I'm just going to try and conceal this blemish, the redness around my nose. Just basically build it up a little bit with my sponge on this side. It does smell really nice. Now, I don't normally like fragranced foundations. It's nice. It's not really florally and strong. So that is the second layer using the sponge. I'm going to put a second layer on. There is a bit more left on my hand, so I'm just going to take that up on the sponge and just try my best. I would say it is a light coverage. It definitely is not a full coverage foundation. It doesn't claim to be. You can still see my blemishes. You can still see the redness, but going in with another pump on the other side, it does give a nice look to the skin. Like, it still looks like skin. I feel like this would be a really nice one for mature skin as well, because you could just literally apply one pump with your fingertips and be out the door and it look like skin. But if you are somebody that likes a really full coverage foundation, then this is definitely not for you. See, this is why I hate using brushes, because of the streak marks. So I'm just literally gonna take away brush marks with my sponge, because that is what I would do anyway. I definitely prefer the way this one applies with the sponge, because I just feel like it makes it look more airbrushed. So yeah, I like that. Obviously, let me just try. Still see my spot and some redness, so I don't feel like it's completely taken that away yet, but it has made my skin look really nice up close. what I now need to discover is what it is like when I apply everything else on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup off camera, then I'll come back on, I'll show you how it looks, talk you through how it applied, and then we will do a wear test and see how it wears throughout the day. So I will put on the rest of my makeup and I will be back. Okay, so I've got the rest of my makeup on. The concealer, the powders, everything sort of blended nicely together, no patchiness. The only issue that I have is it started to, I don't know if you can see, but it started to break up on my nose. That isn't something that I usually have an issue with, but again, I didn't use a primer. So I think what I will do is play around with the way that I use it, and then update in the description box. I will just bob on and update if it works better with a primer. So I powdered my T-zone area, which is what I would normally do, popped off some highlighter and some blush. I haven't used a setting spray because I want to see what the longevity is going to be like, how it's going to wear. So I have got some more stuff to shoot today. It's 1:30, so I will bob back in a few hours to see how it's going, bob on, give you an update, and then at the end of the day I will give you my final thoughts, I guess, on what I think of it. But so far so good. It's really difficult to sort of show you, so I might move around a bit just to show you. So I've just moved in here to show you because the lighting is a little bit better, and I'm trying to show you up close. I don't know if you can see my nose where it's breaking up slightly on my nose. It is starting to sink into my fine lines, and I've only just had it on, but I've got lines. Foundation's going to sink in, and that's just the way it is. So what I will do is check in a bit and give you an update on it. It is now, it's 5 o'clock. I've had it on since 1:30, and I'm now ready to tell you what I think about it. So it has settled into all of my lines. Can you see there? Like really exaggerated my frown lines to the point where, Jesus, it makes me look like I need Botox. Maybe I do. It's broken up on my nose more and around the sides of my nose, and it's sunk into my smile lines, yeah, on both sides. My nose looks a bit greasy, and I don't have greasy skin, like oily skin. It's not something that, as I've got older, it's not really been something that I've had to deal with. I don't like the foundation. I'm going to be honest, because that's what these reviews are about, and this foundation is not one of my top foundations. Maybe it's because I didn't use a primer, you know, maybe I needed to use a primer. So what I will do is I'll try the foundation again, and I'll pop a primer underneath. You can't really tell the difference in which side I used the sponge versus the brush, so that's not made a difference to longevity, but it has come away from the nose. It's definitely broke up off the nose, sunk into fine lines, which is a shame because the actual overall finish of it is really pretty. I would say that if you've got a mature skin, then this is definitely worth checking out. I'm also going to apply it with my fingertips, and I'm going to try and just do a light layer, and probably the way that I'm going to use it is to use it as I would a tinted moisturiser, for example. So rather than layer it on up to a medium coverage, I would just go for light. So yeah, unfortunately it's not a foundation for me. Considering I've only had it on from 1:30 until 5, and this has happened, it's not great, is it? Let me know what you think. I mean, yeah, no. I own so many foundations from so many different brands, and yeah, unfortunately this one's just not, and I'm gutted, it's just not cut it. I turned the lights down to try and capture it all because it looks worse in my mirror than it does in the viewfinder. Back to the drawing board with it. I will update you guys in either the comment section or the description box to see if I've found a good way of applying it. Yeah, I feel really bad sort of coming on and saying, oh no, it's, and all I've done really, I didn't end up filming any more content. We just sort of chilled out. I've not laid down, I've been really conscious. Obviously I've eaten, so my lip has come off, but I've not touched it up at all. Now, I guess you could say, get on my foundation drawer. I guess you could say what would happen if we were to go over it. So I'll tell you what we'll do then, is we'll go over it with the damp sponge and we will see if we can make any difference. So obviously it's pressing it. Now the nose, for me, yeah, no, it's still completely broke up on the nose, which, you know what, it happens sometimes. Some foundations, especially with, you know, it can happen, especially on the nose. And there are certain things that you can do to prevent that from happening. But for this instance, for this video, we just wanted to get it on and see what it looked like. And there are foundations that I use that don't break up on the nose. So this isn't one that I would reach for and be sort of bothered with doing all the extra legwork to make sure it doesn't break up on the nose and things like that. So now I've sort of pressed the sponge into my wrinkles and the smile line. It's not too bad. Obviously, I think what you would need to do is you'd probably need to reapply it on the nose, taking the remnants of what's left on my powder brush. So you could totally touch it up midway through the day. Me personally, I never ever touch my makeup up generally, and I think that's just primarily because when you've found your foundation and your base and your routine and everything that matches you and your skin type, realistically speaking, unless you're really oily, you shouldn't really have to touch up. But hey, it could have just been the way that I applied it. As I said, it might need a primer, so I will try a primer. I will try it with my fingertips and I'll just let you guys know my thoughts on it. It's had some good reviews, so you know what you have to bear in mind is my skin and my preferences are totally different to yours. So if you've come here with the provisionary that you want to buy it and you want to try it, everybody's different and everybody wants different things for the skin and everybody's skin is different. So my advice would be, if we weren't in lockdown, honestly my advice would be go and get a sample, but we're in lockdown, so we can't do that, can we? So if you're not too bothered about touching up throughout the day and you like a more lighter coverage, then it's a good foundation. It's got a beautiful finish on the skin. Try it with a primer, and yeah, maybe try just one layer rather than two. Maybe that's where I went wrong and that's why it's sunk into my lines. But you know, these are lines. I'm 30, so it's gonna sink in, you know what I mean? I'm not like a magician. Do you get what I mean? Final thoughts are, not for me, but could work for a mature skin or somebody that likes to wear a tinted moisturiser but wants a foundation. That's the market where I see this. It's like a tinted moisturiser. So yeah, I'm sorry if I've come on here and like burst your bubble or made you feel a bit but that's why I want to start doing these videos, because new things are coming out in the market all the time with makeup. I am a qualified makeup artist. It is what I do. So when something new comes out, I want to try it. So I thought the best thing for me to do would be to do videos like this where I can try it and share my experience. I would rate it out of 10. I'm really having to think here, what would I rate it out of 10? I would rate it a 6. Let's be fair, a 6. It makes your skin look nice once it's applied. If there are any foundations that you want me to try, or you want a review on, or you want more information on, then comment down below, let me know. I'm going to just tell you straight out my all-time favourite foundation. I've got 2. If you're wanting for your wedding day, for it to not move, for it to not budge off your nose, for you to be able to blow your nose and it not move, hands down for me, it is the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. Absolutely holy grail. Honestly, I can't fault it. Wore it on my wedding day. It's just never failed me. Every event that I've gone to where I've needed it to last all day and not move, that is the one, I'm telling you. Not many people rave about it, not many people talk about it, but oh my gosh, I absolutely adore that foundation. That will always be my #1 top foundation. And secondly will be Armani Luminous Silk. That is a recent discovery for me. I purchased it towards the end of last year. A beautiful foundation, so yeah, if you want me to come on and tell you my thoughts about that, I will do. But yeah, any of the new ones, I know that Huda is launching the new reformulated version of the Faux Filter foundation, which I will be picking up to see, because I want to see that it's not cakey, I want to see that it doesn't clog my pores, I want to see that this sort of luminous matte finish that she's talking about. NARS Soft Matte, they've brought out a new one which I'm looking to try, but I've heard it sinks into fine lines, and we all know I've got wrinkles, so don't know how that's going to go. So yeah, any that you want me to try, any that you want my thoughts on. If you've got this foundation and you absolutely love it and you apply it differently and it works, then let us all know. Comment down below, as always. That would be ace. But yeah, I do feel like more makeup content is coming because it's my passion. So therefore I feel like we should do it. I need to sort of get a better setup with lighting and things, but I have heaps upon heaps upon heaps of foundations, and all this up here is all brand new. So there's a makeup haul coming and newness and goodness, and yeah, I'm just waffling now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, something different. As always, comment down below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I'm gonna go and wash my face. Sebby is shouting me by my name and not calling me mummy. He's 3 and it's tugging on my heartstrings somewhat. Yeah, it's daddy daycare downstairs, so mummy's going in the bath and I'm going to take this off my face. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in my next video.